Hello everybody, Mr. O here, and welcome to the final part, finally. And one of the things I probably failed to explain in the very first video, you'll notice that I just wanted to show you all that I'm coloring, but you notice that I colored part of the arm and I even did a globe. Now I probably wouldn't normally do the globe until after I got the figure done. When I do a figure, I do bounce around. I do segment it out. I don't just color all the gray at the same time. I do a portion. So when I do the head, I would just do this, and then the cape would be separate. This arm would be separate than this arm, and I would color everything one at a time. It allows better blending that way instead of you rushing to get everything done, that we just do sections, just portions. Like this belt would be different than this part of the body. This gray will be different than these two grays. I probably do those two at the same time, but this would be separate and I would do completely. So let's get to using grays, but also black and white. And you'll see that I have a blue here for a reason. I'm going to do the eyeglasses because that'll help me show how you can use your white more effectively. So when I do color with gray, I do lay where my lightest color is going to be, and you'll see that I do a lot of it. I always like to do more than what I need, and I go in with the darker gray. Notice how I'm just being careful not to go outside the lines, things we heard in kindergarten that traumatized many of you. I want you to be just careful of that. And it's okay if you get some crazy lines, because in the end, you will be able to fix that. Now, I'm going to go in with the black. I'm going to start doing some lines, doing my darkest shadow. And you notice everything's kind of crazy. I'm not pushing too hard yet. I do have some pressure. As you can see, unlike Crayolas, these blend quite a bit. And I want to get some of the texture in. Now, I'm going to go back in with my light gray, and I'm going to start blending. As you can see, by taking that light color, just like you did on all your other things, notice how that black becomes what it truly is, just a dark gray. And I got my gray tone, and I even got like a medium dark and a medium light, all just from this. And I want to make sure this is nice and smooth. I am going to kind of control this. Notice that I haven't used even a blending pencil just yet. Now, I'm going to go in with my darker gray. I'm just going to blend in some darker areas, smooth that out. Now it's time for the details. Without using a black ink pen, I can do it in color pencil. I want this to be darker. I want the outside to kind of show the wrinkles. Just even though the black line is still there, the thickness of your lines makes a big difference. I hope that makes sense. Do some hatch marks. You probably were thinking, oh, hatch marks, that's what we do in inking and pencil, but you'll do it in color pencils in some areas too, because they'll give it that rough texture look, since that is a fabric. I hope that makes sense. As you can see, it's probably a little darker than what I did before, and that's how you handle black. And again, you can do black in other colors, but remember, you gotta go back in with your lighter color and you kind of blend in the black and stuff. And resist the urge to outline your everything in a black color pencil, because then you're not really doing anything different than a black ink pen. Now, white, on the other hand, is different. Just like black, you can actually color with that. And as you can't really see much. Maybe it's coming through the video, where the separation of the white paper and the white. And what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna draw like little gleams, you know, the white reflection off of glass that we sometimes see and we sometimes draw. But notice you can already see that my blue color pencil is all blending with the white, and it's making it lighter. And I'm gonna go back in. I could use the white, or I can go in with the blending pencil. And you can kind of see, make sure your blending pencil is clean now. Get on the paper and rub the color off, sketch paper. As you can see, I have some variations within that blue now. I got a medium blue, I got the light blue, and then of course the white coming through. And that's how you would blend with white. That's how I use white. Other people might have other techniques, and feel free to share below. But you guys, we have be kind, you are loved, you are never alone, and of course, you are beautiful. Guys, never forget how amazing, beautiful, loved you really are. Bye-bye.